So yeah, hope you are doing. Hope you are doing well, everybody. So this is the first video of the hardware design series. In this series, we are going to pick the problem statement according to the SHI problem 2023. So here you can see the list is very big here. So in this list, we will pick any one problem or any one project. You can see that the according to that we will make a project on it, which is related to embedded hardware design in IoT and the embedded system design. So this video is going to be a first video of the series of hardware design. So here you can see the so many problems here. So let's pick any one problem which are related to my field in which I am working or in which I have experience on it. So in the industry you can say that I have experience. I have experience in an automotive industry. So let's pick any of to related the problem and we will work on it and make a real life project in which you will learn all the things about the designing and the programming, testing, certification, and all the things and the ready to go market product. So that's all about this. So let's pick the one problem statement and work on it. So here you can see the massive problems here, which is provided by the SHI problem hackathon. So let's pick. So this one is looking pretty nice if I click on it. So a system of a IoT device to prevent underloading, so overloading of railway wagons. If I'm not wrong, wagons on whatever it is. And this is also looking nice. Active prosthetic ankle and adaptive equipment for bike riding in lower limb amputees. If I'm not wrong to pronounce it, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, so you can hope you can understand that it's pretty obvious to be pronounced mistakenly. So yeah, anyways, let's continue. So this is, and again here is a say number 9 SHI 1315, development of a telematic control unit for capturing vital data of a vehicle without using company fitted telematic data ports. So yeah, that's looking very pretty to make on this project on it. So what is the title is the development of a telematic control unit for capturing a vital of data using a company fitted telemetric data ports. Okay, so let's understand the full requirement of this. So let me scroll it like here. One more thing I will do here. Let's up wrap it the text. Yeah, now we are able to see properly. So let me scroll it again. And which one is this? So this is the telematic 11. So the problem is the 11, sorry, 9. Let me select it and just move it around to understand the full requirement. So yeah, that's related to the hardware. As you can see here, what's happening here, just a minute. So this is the related to the hardware. Here you can see a smart. Let me scroll it like this. So this is the like this and the D section. So this is related to the smart vehicles and the category is the hardware. So this is the full requirement. So let's read it. Many business rely on telemetry data from vehicles to gain insight into their fleet's performance, driver behavior, and the maintenance need. However, in some scenarios, vehicles, let me scroll it, vehicles, where it is other, and in some similar vehicles may not have a telemetry data port, or the port may not port not may be accessible by accessible due to the limitation imposed by the vehicle manufacturer. So let me copy it and makes the requirement on it, and then we will examine this, and let me to the center, and here we will write the things. Let me small it around 10. So let's copy this part only, copy it and paste over here. Let me paste it over here. So this is the statement. So let me write uh, state statements, right? And let me bold it and make it little bigger. And I would like to be in the what I can say that the Times New Roman. Yeah, it look nicer. Yeah, so that's all it. So as you can see here, I write it on a in a single page all the requirements which is carried out from here, the problem statements. So let me cut it now, and we don't need any more. So all the requirements I write it on here, and we will work on the main points. So I will create this bigger paragraph into small points, so that we can working on that project. So let's again read it and let's understand the requirement. So many business rely on the telemetry data from vehicles to gain insight into their fleet's performance. First of all, we need to understand what's the meaning of fleet's performance, right? And the driver behavior, maintenance need. However, in some scenarios, vehicles may not have a telemetry data port, or the port may not be accessible due to the limitations imposed by the vehicle manufacturer. The challenge is to develop a telemetry control, which is TCU, that can capture essential vehicle data without relying on the company fitted telemetry data port. The TCU should provide a robust and reliable method of collecting data from various sensors and systems within a vehicle, ensuring a real monitoring and analysis capability for the fleet management purpose. So what does mean the fleet manager? So let me bold it. Let me bold it for sake of simplicity. The fleet manager purpose. The solution should address the following key aspect, that is data capture, develop a TCU that can interface with the vehicle system and sensors to capture vital data such as engine performance, payload, fuel consumption, speed, location, and diagnostic information. So let me bold it. The TCU should be capable of extracting data accurately and reliably, regardless of the vehicle's make or model. So I think this is very tricky, but we will work on. Let's see how we can make this possible. And here is the wireless connectivity. Implement a wireless communication mechanism for the transmitting the captured data from the TCU to the centralized server or cloud platform. Okay, the cloud platform is this. Okay, let's read again. The solution should support a secure and a robust wireless protocol that ensure data integrity and configurability, real-time monitoring and analysis. Design a user-friendly dashboard. Okay, the dashboard also here the part. Okay, so dashboard or interface that allow fleet managers to monitor and analyze vehicle data in real time. The dashboard should provide insight into vehicle performance, payload, fuel efficiency, driver behavior, and maintenance need, enabling businesses to make informed decisions and optimize their operations. Compatibility and integration ensure that the TCU solution can be easily integrated with the existing fleet management system or third-party application commonly used in the exchange, and interoperability, security and privacy. Implement strong security measures to protect the, the captured data from the unauthorized access to a tampering. The solution should adhere on the industry best practices for the data security privacy, including encryption, authentication, and access control mechanism. By addressing these aspects, the proposed TCU solution should enable businesses to capture and leverage vehicle data without relying on the company fitted elevator data. This will empower fleet managers to optimize fleet performance, reduce maintenance cost, enhance fuel efficiency, and ensure compliance with the regulatory requirement. It may also fetch data from a company fitted telemetry port without opening the port in non-invasive manner. Whew. So that's all about the requirement. So let me arrange it in a simple way. Let's see how I can do this. So after some time and a couple of minutes at a time, so I arrange this requirement to these few points. Here you can understand the requirements is the design a TCU measuring parameters below the engine performance, payload, fuel consumptions, speed, location, diagnostic information. Second one is the wireless connectivity. The other one is the save data on cloud or a server platform. And the fourth requirement is the real-time monitoring and analysis, vehicle data, driver behavior, and maintenance need. Here's more things which I add on this, which I will add on the requirement sheet. So yeah, that's all about the requirements. According to requirement, we need to do the research on it, and we have to need to know what are the others devices and the products which are available on the market, and we will get the idea on, and then we will start our hardware design and the product development series, which is the basically this is the hardware design embedded hardware design series. So let's start it. So all we have the requirements. So according to this, we need to develop the hardware according to that. So first we need to understand that what is the TCU. What is the TCU, right? So this is the telematic control unit, which control all the units in this. So according to how the things I will understand that, if you can easily understand that the parameters which we need to measure is that engine performance, payload, fuel consumption, speed, location, and the diagnostic information. The location you can easily get from the GPS, right? So we will write on here a GPS. For location we will use the GPS, right? And speed what we will use, and the fuel what we will use, and performance what we will use. Or for the diagnostic information what we will use, we need to research on it. For the connectivity we will use Wi-Fi, right? You can use the Wi-Fi. I'm just summarizing the things what we can do. Wi-Fi and the BLE, and what we can use here, Wi-Fi, BLE, LoRa we use. LoRa also we can use, but this is not a long lasting. And the modules, GSM modules, as you can see that the GSM modules, right? GSM module which use the HTTP protocol. So that's are the possible ways, and the save data on a cloud or a server. So here are so many platforms, just like Arduino Cloud, Arduino. Let me write it. Arduino Cloud, cloud, Arduino Cloud, and the other thing is the Firebase, and so on the platforms. But we will do on research and we will see what we can do. And the four requirement, the dashboard real time monitoring system. In this we will do what, we will have to write the code, or we will have to make a user friendly dashboard as a web application, that is web application, right? So that's a small, the beginning of the project. So what we will do, so we have to do a research on these four requirements, that how we can get this information, or how we can measure these kind of the things, like engine performance, payload, fuel consumption, speed, location, and diagnostic informations, wireless connectivity, and the so on. So this is all about the first series of the hardware design. So our next step is what? So our first step, so first step is we already covered. So step one is we already understand understand the requirements. Let me write it and I will see you soon. I will see you after writing the things, so for saving the time. So here you can see the, here is the second step which we need to do. So I need to research on TCU, that how it works, how it use the things and all the things, and how this thing works. So let's go on Google and let's do some research on it. Let's do that. So yeah, here I am on my PC, or you can say the laptop, whatever you can see it. So here we need to understand that what is TCU and how it will work, and how it will work to get the data and all the kind of things. So this is the phase we all the engineers do the research on it and make the things happen. So let me search something which we are going to use. So let's understand uh, what is TCU and how it works, right? So here whole four is, so here is the lots of things here. So a complete guide to engine control unit, ECU. So here also a one term, that is ECU. So let's understand, and let me open it. Net little bit can be a slower. So this is a looking a nice website. So let's understand. An engine control unit, that is ECU, is a engine's digital brain. Okay, monitoring and managing the essential system that keep your car safely on the road. Your ECU control everything in your engine, from idle speed to ignition. Okay, and everything else in between. So getting these kind of parameter like engine performance, payload, right, fuel consumption, speed, right? So these four parameter we need to understand the ECU, right? So first, so let's write it here, ECU. So what, let me write it, what is ECU? That is engine control, control unit, control, yeah, right, that's looking nice now. Okay, so this is so what is the ECU? That stand for engine control unit. As the name emphasizes that the things which is the things which is the related to the engine, controlling the things, and to get these four parameters in our device, that only is able to give, or only is to get from, is that is ECU. So understanding the ECU, it will help to get these four parameter in our device, right? So let's continue to read this beautiful blog. Yeah, blog.halford.com. let's again. So if you have ever wondered just what's going on under the bonnet, we are here to help. In this essential guide to your car's ECU, we describe that an ECU is how it works. So I am going to pause this video and understand how it works, and I will brief in this area, right? So saving the time, right? So I am pausing the video and understand this all the things, and I will let you know.